A crisp January evening in central Colorado, and as the sun sets behind the Rockies, we fire up the lights as it provides an epic backdrop for X Games Aspen 2023. The fans are packing into the venue for 3 days of action-packed competition, but we kick it off this evening with women's ski big air. Welcome inside the booth, everyone. My name's Jimmy Coleman, standing alongside Jen Hudak. And well, Jen, when you're talking about women's ski big air, you have to talk about the dominance of Tess Ledoux in this event.
No question. Tess made history last year, becoming the first woman on skis or a snowboard to land a double cork 1620. That's 4.5 rotations. That was her third gold medal from a big air X Games event, tying another competitor in this field, Mathilde Grimaud, for 3 medals apiece. So it's going to be an epic showdown tonight.
Well, out of the last 6 that were contested, those 2 have taken home 5 of those gold medals. However, we have another returning gold medalist in the field. You have to talk about Megan Oldham.
Megan has been looking so strong in all of her training leading up to this. She just looks so confident. She has been journaling since she was a little girl about pushing the limits in women's free skiing. So I can't wait to see what she's going to bring tonight.
Well, that's not our only returning gold medalist in the field, Jen. We also have Sarah Hoffman in here as well. She got her gold medal in her rookie year out here at X Games Aspen. But taking a look at that start list right there, we have 8 competitors. How about some other standouts in your mind?
I mean, this field is packed with talent. Every single one of these women has at least one double, if not multiple double varieties in their bag of tricks. So it's going to be an absolute showdown.
Yeah, you got 4 returning gold medalists, 5 total medalists in the field. Olivia Oslin also has a bronze, which she got here in Aspen last year. But we started off with an X Games rookie out of Durham, New Hampshire. This is Grace Henderson. She studies psychology at the University of Utah, also lives in Park City with her younger brother, Hunter Henderson, who is also a professional skier. And she gets us started here in a women's ski big air.
Starting out so strong, doubles right out of the gate. Double cork 1080. So 3 full rotations around that horizontal axis and getting inverted twice. She's shouting this is the first time she's ever done that trick. Here's another look at it. Reaching down for the safety grab, not quite getting it. The judges are looking for you to really securely, intentionally grab your skis. So that's still going to be a decent score, especially for your first jump. We're going to have to see where things go from here.
She starts it off with a 23. The best possible single run score you can get out here in women's ski big air is a 50. We'll dive more into that and how this competition works here in just a minute. But not a bad way to start it off with the first time you've ever done a trick right there for Grace Henderson. We go next to another X Games rookie, Sandra Aya, representing Norway.
Sandra has been an alternate at this event numerous times, so it's exciting that she finally gets an opportunity to show that she too can do a double cork 1080. I mean, why not?
So 2 competitors in so far, 2 complete runs. Not a bad way to kick off the first big air competition of the weekend as we take another look.
Reaching down, getting the safety grab a little bit better than what we saw from Grace in that first run. Spotting the landing, stretching, putting her feet down, fairly clean.
You see that clock up there on the top left corner of your screen. It is a 30-minute jam session here at Women's Ski Big Air. 8 athletes, as we talked about earlier. What you need 2 solid runs. A lot of these competitions throughout the weekend, it's best run counts here in Big Air. You need your 2 best runs total together. That's hopefully going to get you on the podium. This is Olivia Oslin out of Canada. She was your bronze medalist in Big Air here last year.
I love it, hopping switch and taking that same rotation. So going inverted twice and rotating 3 times around, but taking off switch. So just increasing the technical difficulty there, showing the judges that she is in the mix.
Get a great look at it here with the follow cam. You see hopping around the switch right there before approaching the lip.
I love how inverted she gets. One of the things that stands out for Olivia really is her style.
Okay, so you got Sandra sitting up there with a 27. Grace, who started us off with a 23, waiting for the score. Olivia's going to check in with a 28. So out of the 3, that is the best single run score that we have seen thus far. But still, plenty of skiing left to happen here at women's ski big air. This is Kirsty Muir, first Scottish skier to compete at X Games.
Beautiful double cork, 1260, crossed up, landing so clean. And I love these skiers from the UK, where you're like, where do you learn this?
She grew up on the dry slope, the Aberdeen Snow Sports Center tri-slope.
Reaching back for the tail grab there. This is what I'm talking about. That is an intentional grab. Her skis are perfectly crossed up. She lands cleanly with her feet squarely pointing back up the hill.
Oh my goodness, and she separates herself from the pack. She is 10 points ahead of that Olivia Osselin score. Kirsty Muir finds herself in that top spot with a 38. But coming in switch right now, one of our returning gold medalists, it's Sarah Hoffman.
Known for her switch tricks. Boom. Switch, double cork 1080, safety grab.
She missed Aspen last year. She was injured in big air practice, so glad to have Sarah back in the mix.
Another look. Sarah's style is so unique, and the axis that she rotates on gets her into that kind of flat spin area where you're sort of between axes, and it's really nice. A little bit of an over-rotation there on the landing, so we'll see what the judges do with that.
Give a shout out to the follow camp guys as well. Did you see that shot right there? I mean, even coming in hot right behind her there. Here comes Megan Olden. We teased her a little bit at the top of the show. Returning gold medalist. She was one of those competitors in the mix. We talked about the dominance of Tess and Mathilde. Out of the last 6 times this event's been contested, she owns one of those gold medals. It's Canada's Megan Olden.
Oh my word! She just went to the moon.
I thought she was going to hang on to that one.
Wow.
See, a little frustrated as she makes her way into the corral.
That was massive, potentially warming up for some craziness later. But look at that takeoff, reaching down for the mute grab, sliding her hand out to the very tip of the ski. The judges love to see that. She's spotting her landing here, and 1, 2, 3, nearly landing on the 4th line. So just kind of wheeling out there. Mom is super excited, probably just glad that she's safe. This is terrifying for a mom.
She thought she was going to hang on and pull that one off as well. So we're just under 5 minutes down, 25 minutes left to go, or just over 5 minutes down, 25 minutes left to go here in this jam session. We get set to take our first look at Mathilde Grimont.
Nice. Another double cork 10. Most of these women opting for that trick right off the bat here, sort of setting the stage, laying the foundation for what is to come.
Kind of making me nervous about what's coming up, because if everyone's throwing double cork 10s here in the opening round, it's me a little nervous, wondering what we're going to see later on, Jen.
No kidding. And again, Mathilde really intentionally getting that safety grab, flipping out at the end there, spotting her landing, putting her feet squarely back down on the ground where they belong.
So Mathilde is going to check in with a 29 for her first run. So Kirsty's still sitting in that top spot right now with a 38. So a solid first run score for her. But your defending gold medalist from last year, not only did she win this event, but also a slope style gold as well. This is France's Tess Ledoux.
Was that the 16 right out of the gate? I'm going to have to see the replay on that one.
Whatever it was, she put that down absolutely smooth, calm, cool, and collected.
Taking a look here, there's 1 full rotation, 2, 3, 4 and a half right out of the gate with the double cork 1620. Making history with that last year and now landing it like it ain't no thing.
A 46, that is almost a perfect score. Let's check in right now with the 3rd member of our crew, DC, down there in the field.
Thanks, guys. Hanging out down here. The vibe is absolutely live. The crowd is going nuts out here. The women are throwing down. Evan McEachran here in the house. Evan, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, amazing. This is quite a show right now. Megan Oldham just threw down the first woman's triple cork 14. Came so close, and I think we're about to see it again. So, history tonight.
You're familiar with competing in bigger. What's it like out here under the lights? Why is the energy so electric out here right now?
Oh, it's the craziest atmosphere you get in the contest world for sure. Like under the lights, massive crowd, super hype, and yeah.
That's what's up. Thank you so much, Evan McEachran. Make some noise for all the ladies throwing down out here. I love you guys, Aspen.
throwing down indeed. I mean, we've seen some epic first runs. This is just the opening round. And remember, the best possible run score you can get is a 50. It's your 2 best run scores total together that are going to count out here tonight as we bring back in Grace Henderson for run 2.
See if she cleans that up a little bit, rotating to the right. This is something that makes free skiing really unique from other events. You know, you think about things like figure skating. They spin in one direction. And in this sport, we're like, spinning in one direction doesn't quite make it hard enough. So we're going to spin both ways. So Grace showing us that she can spin in both directions.
When you're ready, you can go.
Okay, so she's going to get a 28 that go around. We'll get set to take another look at Sandra Aya. She had a 27. Again, I mean, the scores out of that first round, I mean, everybody came out swinging here, Jen.
Yeah, but for a double cork to be in the 20s, that just shows the level that women's free skiing is at. Nice, bringing the double cork 12 around to her feet. Nice distinction from the double cork 1080 on her first run. Getting the mute grab, holding it throughout pretty much the entire rotation, and then spotting the landing, keeping those hands up. The judges want to make sure you're not touching the ground at all when you land. Looking really clean for Sandra Aya.
So we move on to Olivia Osselin. As we mentioned before, she got a bronze last year. She was an X Games rookie. She was the youngest in the field. She replaced Sarah Hoffman 45 minutes before the comp started, found herself on the podium. She sits in that number 5 spot right now, tied with Grace Henderson.
Oh,
wow.
Bailing out of that one. Looks like she didn't quite like her takeoff there. Sometimes these athletes can tell right as they take off that they just don't have the proper rotation to do the trick they intended. So showing her cat-like maneuvers there just to put it back down safely.
So she'll look to round 3, and if you see Sandra's score there and you're wondering, wait a minute, why is there a 62? Remember, they take your 2 best scores, total them together, so Sandra finds herself in the top spot as we are working our way towards the 20-minute mark as we bring back in Kirsty Muir.
Woo!
Okay, remember,
dang, Kirsty!
She had that 38. She had the single highest run score that first go-around.
This, I believe, was a double cork 1440.
Excuse me, second highest run score the first go around.
Rotating so quickly in the middle of this. Watch the middle of this trick. How quickly she starts spinning there. Woo! And then just bringing it right around to her feet. So clean. 4 full rotations.
Okay, so we total that with her 38 from round 1. You end up with a 79, so she will overtake Sandra for that top spot. For now, but remember, we saw Tess earlier with that 46, so that is going to be huge once we get to the bottom of the run orders. We go for round 2 with Sarah Hoffman.
Nice, Sarah. Cleaning that up. Again, just love the rotation that the axis that she spins on in her tricks. Here's another look. Switch over that right shoulder, getting the mute grab. So clean. I would hate to be a judge today, but also would kind of love being a judge because it's just, I mean, this is just epic skiing.
I mean, you are in the hot seat when you're down there in the judges booth. So Sarah's going to jump into that number 2 spot with a 63 total. So you're seeing those names jump around a bit. We're just past the 20-minute mark, so still plenty of skiing left to come here. Megan Oldham had a rough go that first go around. Had a 9 that first run, looking to shake that one off.
Eyes wide open for this. 3. Oh, come on, Meg! Going for the triple 14. Still going massive, taking it nearly to the bottom of the landing. But again, Megan literally was journaling since she was a little girl that she doesn't just want to be a professional skier. She wants to be a professional skier who pushes this sport to the next level.
So just going for it all here, the second attempt of the triple. Take another look at Mathilde Grimont, sitting in that number 5 spot as of right now with a 29.
Woo! Mathilde with the 16. I haven't seen her do that trick. I heard her whispering about it yesterday. reaching down for safety, locking onto the skis there, spinning so quickly through that middle, opening up to put the landing gear down. A bit of a hand drag, so she'll need to clean that up for the judges, but really awesome stuff.
Gets a 43 there, so combine that with that 29. She's sitting in the number 2 spot for the bottom of the runner. Before she drops, let's check in with Tess Leda on landing the 1620 here at X Games last year in this Chipotle athlete profile.
We got 1 minute.
I'm Tess Leda and I come from France.
Tess was working on a dub 1620.
I was super nervous and scary because the weather was so bad this day.
13 here, Jen.
Going for the 1620 again.
I was so happy to land new tricks at the competition.
Yes, Tess!
Last year was so special because my dad passed away 1 year before. Last year was super special for me. I won for my dad and I was just so grateful about that.
Knocking on the door of perfection, a total of 93 that puts her in the top spot.
Tess,
And an
you're
epic
good to
performance
go.
she had last year, walking out of here with gold in both big air as well as slopestyle. And Jen, she put down a monster score in that first go around. The best possible run score you can get is a 50. She put up a 46, pretty much picking up where she left off there in 2022.
And now opting for a switch takeoff here. She does have a switch 14 going for the switch 12 right off the bat. So 2 really distinctly different tricks, both going to be scored extremely well. This, I can't imagine putting her anywhere other than first place for now, but we're going to have to see what's to come.
She's put down 2 for 2 out here. I remember she had that 46. What's it going to be for run number 2 here? She's going to get a 42, 2 scores in the 40s. That gives her a total of 88, and that is going to put her in the top spot. So it's Leda, Muir, and Grimaud, your 1, 2, 3 as of right now. There's still lots of time left on the clock. Plenty more still to come here from women's ski big air, but it's your defending gold medalist from 2022 sitting in the top spot for now. We'll have more when we come back to X Games Aspen 2023. Welcome back, everyone, to a packed house under the lights here at Buttermilk. It's X Games Aspen 2023. So glad to have the fans back here at X Games yet again. In addition to the fans, live music is also back here at X Games 2023. For those of you just joining us, we are in the middle of women's ski big air. We get set to go back up to the top of the order here and resume competition with Durham, New Hampshire's Grace Henderson. She's got a solid score from an earlier round with a 28. Looking for your 2 best scores combined to put you on that podium.
Nice. Going to the left this time with the double cork 1080. Same trick as she did in her second jump, just this time rotating to the left instead of the right. Looking again for any kind of clean grab. It is hard to see with a black outfit on that black sky, but she landed so perfectly down there. Love seeing it.
So there you go, with 2 different scores now. That'll get her into the mix. If you're wondering, hey, how come we don't see those combination scores? You only get, if you do the same trick twice, you're just going to get the 1 score. It's the better time that you executed that trick. So she's got 2 in the books as we welcome back in Sandra Ida from Norway, sitting in that number 5 spot with a 62.
Oh, and going down on the double cork 12, reaching back for that blunt grab, just grabbing the very, very, very end of the tail of the ski.
She's only 1 point behind Sarah Hoffman right there for that number 4 spot. You need to get better than a 72 right now if you're trying to crack into podium contention. It's Leda in the top spot with an 88, Muir with a 79, and Grimaud with a 72. Those are your podium contenders for now. Here comes Olivia Osselin for run at number 3.
halfway down that landing. Uh-oh.
It's getting a little,
What went on down there?
getting a little caught up there as she made her way.
She looks
Into
as
the corral.
surprised as we are.
She's like, what happened?
Snow Snake got her. Here's another look back. Grabbing that safety. It looked almost like she wanted to go to 12 there, but stopped at 10, put the feet back down.
Maybe didn't like the takeoff.
Maybe.
They're just getting a little caught up there at the end. She got a 28 and a 27, so that'll put her into that number 6 spot, just behind Sandra Aya for now. Kirsty Muir. She got a 5th place in slopestyle last year. She came to this as an alternate. She's looking at a potential medal as of right now as we take a look at her 3rd attempt.
And Kirsty Muir has entered the double cork 16-20 club.
Wow.
She was looking so strong last night in training, and it is just all coming together for her right now. She has just been adding a bit of rotation to each of those jumps, grabbing her skis so solidly, arching the back to get that last little bit of rotation.
I mean,
Such athleticism.
She had a 38 to 41. Now she's got 2 scores in the 40s, so she's knocking on the door. She's only 3 points behind Tesla Duh right now. What a night Kirsty Muir is having. But only your 2nd X Games appearance. You're looking at potential silver. My goodness. Sarah Hoffman, just 1 spot outside of podium contention. She sits on the outside looking in with a 63.
Setting up switch over that right shoulder, bringing the 10 around to her feet. One of the veterans in this field, making it look easy. Here's another look back. I love how extended she gets on that grab. Judges love to see it. Locked on, so solid. Both hands on the tip of that ski. Adding some style in. Unfortunately, just a hand drag on that landing, so we're gonna have to look to the next one.
Well, she does own a gold in this event. It was her rookie year in Aspen 2018. As we mentioned before, she was injured last year, missed this competition. She's finished in the top 5 in 6 of 6 appearances. So we take another look at Megan Oldham. Will she try it again here, Jen?
Here it is. Come on, Megan.
Oh! And the 3rd time's the charm!
Oh my Lord! I cannot take a bow, Megan. Please. Her brother giving her some love down there. Unfreaking believable. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, you are,
Here is a
Jen.
look back. Unbelievably executed. And look at this grab. Like, come on. How is that even possible? Perfect takeoff. Perfect grab. Beautiful to watch the whole entire way through. Let me just explain this for a second. This is 4 full rotations on the horizontal axis, along with 3 flips. She's going upside down 3 different times. This is just insanity. Anna Gasser tried a triple 8 times at X Games and never landed it. We just saw Megan do it on her 3rd attempt.
And it's perfection.
Oh, perfect score!
Best single run score you can get is a 50. And she has just achieved that. Oh my goodness. Mathilde Grimont sitting in a bronze medal spot for right now on her 3rd attempt.
Woo!
Now, if you're wondering, hey, what just happened? She got a perfect score. Why isn't she on the top of the leaderboard? You need your 2 best runs. So on the 2 prior attempts, she only got a 9. So she needs another good run to jump up.
I think we're all still processing here.
I just had to explain that. That's my job. I had to walk that plank and let everybody know, hey, wait a minute, she just got a 50. Why is she not in the top 3?
Yes, absolutely. She took her first 3 jumps in order to get 1 score on the board. It was absolutely worth the risk in doing that. She just made history. I don't know when we will see that matched.
A 50. I mean, she got a 50.
I've never seen that before. I don't think
I
that's
can't
ever happened
remember
before.
ever, in my recollection of doing this in Big Air, I don't think I've ever seen it either. Oh my goodness. So it's Ledoux, Muir, Grimont, your 1, 2, 3. Your current leader in for her 3rd attempt, coming in switch.
Going for the switch left 14. Dang. Okay. I don't even know what's going on right now.
My brain's still trying to like catch up from what happened with
Yeah.
Megan.
I mean, everyone is skiing so well right now. I was talking to a pioneer of women's free skiing, Christy Leskinen, earlier, just about the level of this sport, and it has accelerated more quickly than we ever imagined possible.
Okay, so she's going to get a 44, so that'll bump up, give her a total 90. Let's check in real quick with DC again.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Hanging out down here with Maggie Voisin right now. I mean, people are freaking out, losing their minds right now. We just saw the future happen with Megan Oldham landing the first triple cork. What's going through your head with what you're witnessing?
I am absolutely speechless. The level of women's free skiing right now is on a whole new level. Oh my gosh, this is the most exciting event in women's free skiing yet.
I mean, you just summed it up right there. Thank you so much, Max. We'll see you on Sunday in slopestyle. Back to you guys.
Well, there you have it. Straight from the mouth of Maggie Voisin. She's having a blast down there in the viewing area as we go back to the top and bring in Grace Henderson, currently sitting in 7th.
Nice. Grace, oh, the dub 12 blunt. That was really nice, and she just went huge on that. So spinning to the right earlier, and now spinning to the left.
Let's go!
Everybody's fired up. This is just one of those moments where the momentum starts just snowballing. Everyone is building off of each other. They're getting each other fired up. They're seeing firsthand what is possible, and it is just unlocking potential for everyone in this field right now.
So she had a 28 and a 23, so she'll get a 35 now, so that's going to climb her up the ladder 2 spots. Remember, she was in 7th pre-run. She actually now finds herself tied at 63 with Sarah Hoffland, but by virtue of tiebreakers, Sarah stays in that number 4 position. Sandra Aya, representing Norway, she is 1 spot behind those two. She sits in that number 6 spot, looking to drop out that 27 here.
Yeah, it's interesting. She's warming up for another dub 12, but she has a higher score on that dub 12. Oh, really nice, but she might feel like she has the potential to score higher on the dub 12 than what she could on that dub 10. So have to see, you know, how these women approach things, but this was really nice. Reaching back for that grab again, capping the tail, grabbing the very end of the ski, super clean, really solid.
Okay, so she's into the 40s there, so that jumps her up just outside of podium contention. She's in that number 4 spot right there, so that'll move her up 2 spots with just over 10 minutes left to go in the jam session clock here. Women's Ski Big Air, X Games Aspen 2023. Olivia Oslin, she's got 2 scores in the high 20s there. She's got a 28 and a 27, gives her a total of 55 right now. It's got her down there at the bottom of the pack in that number 7 position.
She had a switch dub 10 and a forward double cork 10. Opting for some style points. Huge rodeo Japan. I love it. With everything that is happening out here tonight, she's like, I'm just gonna take a breather for a second over this 90 million foot jump. I love it.
Yeah, this thing is massive.
Yeah, it's hard to see how big this jump actually is. You know, the flat part, the deck, the tabletop of the jump is probably about 75 feet. But
yeah,
where they land is another, you know, 20 feet beyond that. So it's just, it's insane.
Kirsty Muir sitting in a silver medal spot as of right now. 2 big scores in the 40s for her. Yeah, to finish up your point there, it's a hybrid jump. It's 70-foot lip to the knuckle, 80 feet to the sweet spot from the lip.
Have to see where the judges put this one. I don't know if that's going to be an improvement on what she's done so far.
That'll be a throwaway for her. She's in the high 30s or that 38, so she'll keep that 41 and that 44. But again, in only your 2nd X Games appearance, and you're looking at a potential silver medal here in Big Air. That is a great night for her.
That is not bad at all.
Hoffman sitting in that number 5 spot at 63.
Oh, nice. just trying to clean that up from last time. Switch right 10. Getting that double grab. Here's another look. The only woman in the field that we're seeing grabbing like that, the body control is just insane. A little bit wonky with the legs on that landing.
She drops that 26, so she had a 37. She gets her into that 26. So now we take a look at Megan Oldham. Here we go.
Yeah.
She had a perfect score the last go around. Why you don't see her in the top 3 spots right now? She had a 9. Remember, she didn't make it on her first 2 attempts. So this run is huge right here.
Yeah, she has to take a few deep breaths here, dial things back, get that adrenaline flushed out of her system. And apparently it's not even hard at all. Okay, just winding it back to do a double cork 12. And I do find her approach here so interesting. Some people might opt for their like secure trick right off the bat and start with maybe a double cork 12 and work up to the triple. But Megan had the opposite approach. She's like, I just got to get the triple done, and then I'm going to go back and do what I already know how to do. And this is a right side double cork 1260. Again, executed nearly perfectly, so this is going to be a huge score as well.
Did you think when we started the night that you would call that trick and say that that's dialing it back?
That's a great point.
So a 41, you total that together with that perfect 50 from the last run, she's 1 point ahead of your defending gold medalist, and Megan Oldham now finds herself in the top spot with just under 7 minutes left to go. Oh my goodness, Jen.
I like, yeah. I think I'm gonna have dreams about this for days to come.
Mathilde Grimont, she was in the top 3. She now finds herself edged out to that number 4 position. 2 respective scores from early on, a 43 and a 40.
Switch left 14, double hand drag. So that's a great trick, and she needs it right now. She's on the outside looking in on that podium, taking off backwards, looking over that left shoulder, reaching down, grabbing safety. And right here is where we just go a little bit wrong. She leans a little bit too far forward there. Double hand drag. You can see the frustration on her face, but she has more.
There's still time left on this clock, and we are at the bottom of the run order here because our defending gold medalist gets to ski last. So they'll get another round of runs. Tess Leduc here in this round now finds herself in the number 2 spot.
That was another of those, knew it right off the takeoff. It wasn't gonna come together.
I think it's like 4 minutes.
Never feels good to come down on your side like that.
Taking a minute to regroup there at the bottom of the landing. See the reaction from the crew up top, including her coach, Greg, up there at the top of the athlete staging area, but she gets up, skis away under her own power, so obviously just taking a minute to regroup. Again, the battle unfolding here between Tess and Megan Oldham. I mean, it's a 1 point separation, a 91 and a 90. And then Kirsty Muir sitting in bronze medal position as of right now with an 85.
Grace, you're good to go
and
when you're
Mathilde
ready.
Grimont just 2 points behind her, sitting on the outside looking in as we pass the 5.5 minute mark and go back up to the top of the order. This will be the last round of runs here.
Nice. And again, just cruising. Grace already has done things tonight that she's never done before, and I think you get to a certain point where you're like, I don't know if I have anything left. I'm just gonna have some fun on this jump, put on a show for the fans. Beautiful cork 7. 2 new tricks.
So you heard it. Yeah, just have some fun. She said 2 new tricks. She'll stay in that number 7 position. So as the time continues to tick down here, we're hearing from Sports and Comp that this will be the last round of runs. Another X Games rookie in the field out here, Norway's Sandra Aya, sits 2 spots outside of the podium.
Curious if she's gonna try to improve that dub 10 score from her first run.
I mean, she's got a 41. You get rid of that 27.
Looks like it. I don't know if it's going to be better than her first jump, that score of 27. But I don't have to judge, so I just get to sit back and enjoy the show here. Another look at this double 10. Getting the grab pretty cleanly, but she is a little bit sideways on the landing, coming down pretty heavy on that right foot, so not perfectly square.
So no, not able to best that 21, so she will stay in 5th with a total of 68. For those of you just joining us, it's your 2 best runs that are totaled together out here. Best possible single run score you can get is a 50 here. Moving ski big air. It's Megan Oldham sitting in the top spot, followed by Tess Liddell, Kirsty Muir. We welcome Olivia Ozelin in for her final attempt.
Looking to improve on that double 10 score. Really nice. That was her score of 27, so we'll see if she's able to take that up a notch with this one. Here's a look back. Wide, so powerful off of the takeoff there. Reaching down for the grab, not quite getting the safety grab. She's kind of on her boot, but not all the way underneath the ski. Doubt that that will be an improvement at this point in the game.
Well, she gets a 31. She gets rid of that 27. It's not going to improve the placing. However, it is her best run of the night with that 31, so drop out that 27. Kirsty Muir grew up riding dry slopes in Aberdeen, Scotland. Her second X Games appearance, and is potentially looking at a bronze medal here in 2023.
Wrapping the 14 again, double cork 14. Trying to see if she can just improve upon that lower scoring trick, that 41. It's not even a low score. And if you notice on the takeoff, she brings those hips through to really lift her. I think one of the things that just stands out is her athleticism, how big she goes, how powerful she is in the air, and once she lands.
So that'll be a throwaway score for her, so she'll stick with that 41 and that 44. Remember, you got Mathilde Grimald that's only 2 points behind her that is yet to take her last run. Currently sitting in that number 6 spot. This is the final attempt here for Sarah Hoffman from Switzerland.
Nice. Really committed to getting that trick perfected throughout this. She's been working on it for the last few jumps. Finally got it the way that she wants it, feeling a little more satisfied. And here's the look back. You'll notice both of her hands are grabbing the far outer edge of her right ski and finally landing cleanly, getting those skis perpendicular down the hill.
So she'll crack into the 40s there with a 41. That's going to keep her in that number 6 spot, just behind Sandra there. So where does Megan Oldham go from here, Jen?
Jeez Louise.
I mean, you got a 50 and a 41. You're 1 point ahead of Tess Liddell.
I think she's got some other 14s, maybe a right up 14. Yeah, she tried it. Dang. Okay, losing a little equipment there.
Gonna hike back up the landing there and collect all of her gear. She's got that perfect score of 50. She's got a 41. She's in the top spot for now.
Gosh,
but it's only a 1 point separation between her and Tess Liddell. Tess still has another run to come. So does Megan, or excuse me, Mathilde, who's coming up next. Wow.
And Tess has room for improvement, in all honesty. She's sitting with a 46 and a 44. That 44 is on a switch left 14. She could improve upon that by a point or two. Either way, Megan has made history, becoming the first woman skier not only to do a triple on snow, but also to get a perfect score on a single trick.
Perfect 50.
A perfect 50.
So Mathilde Grimald finds herself on the outside looking in. She needs to bump up just 2 points here on her final attempt.
Switch left 14.
Oh boy.
Putting it down when it counts. She is such a great competitor. It's just, I've watched these women ski for so many years now, and I'm never less amazed with what they're able to do.
So she had a 43 and a 40. She has a total of 83.
Will it nudge her into the podium? That is the question.
So Tess is going to need a 46. We're being told to overtake Megan Oldham. It comes down to this last run. So Mathilde would improve there, but only by 1 point, so not enough. So with one skier left to go, our podium is set. The question is, what position are they going to be in when it's all said and done? She needs a 46 to overtake Megan Oldham.
She seems to be warming up something to that left rotation. That's the rotation she does, her double 16.
And here we go.
She take it to 18 or something crazy.
Defending gold medalist needing a 46.
Going for the 16.
You can hear the reaction from the fans in-house at the end of that run there. Taking another look here, Jen Hudak.
I mean, the grab is just perfection. Coming out of it, if you watch the landing, maybe on this angle, we'll see that a little better. Not landing perfectly square, but that grab in the middle just held throughout. So gorgeous. I think she thought that was her best chance at improving her score.
It's impressive
but unfortunately,
that she hung on to that one at the end right there. So it is not going to be enough. So Megan Oldham is going to find herself taking home her second women's ski big air gold medal.
So well.
And making history in the process with that triple. You know, and how about the night Kirsty Muir had, taking home her first medal with a bronze in her second appearance ever at the X Games. And Tess Liddell adds another big air medal to her trophy case with the silver. But let's take a look back at that perfect 50 here, Jen.
Here it is, 4 full rotations, perfectly grabbed. 3 different times that she gets inverted. Triple cork 1440, first woman in history.
So the third time was the charm, getting perfection with that score of 50. We send it down now to DC once again.
Oh, Megan Oldham, congratulations. So I heard a story on how you manifested this. I heard that you wrote in your journal when you were just 11 years young how you're going to push the progression of free skiing. Well, tonight you made history. The first woman for skiing or snowboarding to land a triple in competition, and then the first woman in free ski to ever land a triple. What is going through your head right now?
Thank you so much. I'm just so happy to be here and to be able to put on a show for you guys. I think it's so cool how much women's sport and skiing in particular has really progressed in the last year. And I can't thank my family and my friends, my coaches enough, because I kind of had this dream after Christmas and they really just dropped everything to fly across the world with me and train so that I could come here to do this trick for you guys. So thank you so much to everybody, and I can't wait to see you next year.
And Megan, it was absolutely electric down here. It still is. I'm shaking from this. Something was in the air tonight. There was something special about tonight. Were you feeling it out here? Were you just in the zone? What was going through your head through this whole competition?
Totally, yeah. I mean, the jump here is so good every year. We're always so impressed, and it's just awesome to have something where we can really push our limits. And I've been feeling really good this week and just trying to stay healthy and keep in a good space so that I could do this trick. So I'm really happy it came together.
Megan, you just made history. Congratulations.
Thank you again, everybody. Good night.
Thank you, Megan. Pushing limits is the understatement of the night. And I have to go back to something you said earlier with that 12, that was dialing it back to just get rid of that 9.
Yeah, a few years ago, that was pushing the limit of this sport. I mean, we are just on an upward accelerator right now, and it is the most incredible thing to be a part of.
It was an epic battle here under the lights. Kirsty Beer in her second X Games appearance takes home her first medal with the bronze. Your defending gold medalist Tess Ledoux taking home the silver, and it's Megan Oldham taking home her second ever women's ski big air gold.